Hi there. This video is for those that may want to or may need to wet shave on a very tight budget. I want to say at the beginning that I'm not advocating minimalism of any kind. If you can afford and desire to try all the different soaps and creams and razors and all the different paraphernalia, brushes and all that come along with this straight shaving hobby and wet shaving hobby that we're all involved in, then please be my guest. If you can afford it and you like it, there ain't anything wrong with it, and I hope you have loads and loads of fun. That being said, this video is for wet shavers on a very, very tight budget. I've seen some wet shaving videos that said wet shaving on a budget, straight shaving on a budget, that kind of deal. And they invariably start out well, but they end up starting to talk about online vendors and ordering soaps and creams through the internet. And, the cheapest one they usually will recommend is a product called Progresso. The green especially, but they make 3 or 4 different kinds. But the green is the most popular, and they're $10 a tube. It's for a pretty good size tube. Let's see, how much is it? A 5.2 ounce tube of cream, but they want $10 for it, which is that's not a bad price. But I'm going to show you where you can get that cream for $7, and you can get it locally. The thing of it is if you're ordering creams and soaps and stuff online, you're either paying shipping, which is not budget to me. A $10 tube of Progresso and $5.25 to ship it is not budget to me. And if you're just ordering a single tube, that's what you're doing. You're paying $15, not $10, because you're paying shipping. And if you're ordering more than one tube, if you're ordering enough product that you're getting free shipping, then I don't consider that tight budget. It may be budget, but there's all kind of budgets. Ask Congress about budgets, and they got a pretty big budget. Okay, this is about tight budget. I can show you. Then this is just a guess, but it's around $4 a month, maybe, to wet shave. Okay, once you make the initial investment for the razor and stuff like that, for the razor especially. So, and that brings me to the first thing. It's the razor. You may have to go online to find a razor. You have to decide, do I want a double-edged razor like this one? This is a double edge. Or do I want to use a straight razor? Now, I'll tell you on the outset that a straight razor is going to incur a little more expense. The reason being, you got to have a strop, and you got to either spend $70 or $80 on a 4,000, 8,000 combination whetstone, or pay somebody every once or twice a year to sharpen this edge so that it's sharp and stays sharp. Now, once you get it sharp, all you got to do is strop it. It'll stay good for a few months before you have to have it done again. And there's refreshing it and all kind of stuff. We're not going to get into that. I'm just saying you're going to have a bigger initial investment with this than you will a double-edged razor. My first suggestion to you regarding finding a razor is to talk to your dad, talk to your grandfather, talk to your father-in-law, to older gentlemen that are older than us that probably shaved with one, with either a straight razor or a double edge, for many years before they inevitably turned to the carts and the disposables and stuff that we are trying to get away from now. They may have one just laying around that they haven't used in 15 or 20 years that they'd be willing to give you. But that's hit or miss. Now, you could go to flea markets and thrift stores, thrift shops, antique places, you may be able to find one that way. You could go down to Walmart and look in their As Seen on TV section and get the Microtouch 1. The guy from Pawn Stars is hawking it for them. I have not used the razor, but people say that it is a brand called Wishi, which gets pretty good reviews for a budget razor on the Wet Shave forums. A better option, if you can do it, is to find a Gillette, an old Gillette. That's what this is. This is an old lady Gillette. I don't give one hoot that it was marketed to women. It's a Gillette. It's better built than any of the newer razors that are coming out here that you're not spending $200 for. And it'll last me my lifetime if I take care of it. So, and it shaves well. So that would be my first suggestion, is try find a Gillette somewhere, an old Gillette. If you can't, then you may have to go online. You could go to eBay and you could probably find a good Gillette for $20 or $30. And you could probably get what they call a user grade, which might have these were made out of brass, so it may have some of the plating missing off the brass and the head and stuff, which won't bother the shave one bit or cause you any problems. You won't get brass poisoning or any kind of stupid stuff like that. It's not going to happen. And the razor will shave well. Or you may luck out and get something that looks like this. It's in really good shape, and for $20-$30, this razor, I think if you can find them, they're about $30. I don't know. Both of my razors were given to me, so I didn't pay anything for them, and so that's how I got into it. If they hadn't been given to me, I wouldn't have started. So if you can't, or if you want new, you can go to the online vendors. You can get a pretty decent double edge from the standard manufacturers, Parker and Mercure and Mula and Edwin Jagger and probably a couple others. For between $30 and $80, you can get a really nice razor. Or you can, what my suggestion would be is to look at things like Cadet, Razor Rock, or Maggot razors. For $15 or $20, you can get a pretty decent double-edged razor to shave with. Now, with the double edges, you're going to need double-edged blades. That's something else you may end up having to go online for. I use a blade. Now, I've got some other blades that I got given to me. I got a 100-pack Astra SP, which is my favorite blade, that I would have had to have gone online to get, that someone just gave to me. So, I've been blessed several times when it comes to stuff like that. But if you can't, or don't want to go online, Family Dollar sells these for $1 for 5 of them, which is not very cheap, but not very expensive either. It's kind of middle of the road. And these blades are made in Israel, I believe. No, they're made in South Korea, I'm sorry. And they're a blade called, from what I can gather, the consensus of the Wet Shaves forums is they're a blade by a manufacturer called Dorco. Now, you may find that you like those blades. They work for me real well, and they work for a lot of people real well. But there are an awful lot of people that just can't stand them. So that's something you could try. If you like those blades, then you can get them at Family Dollar for $1. They're local. No shipping, no waiting around, none of that stuff. Now, CVS, Rite Aid, to name a couple, they sell 15 double-edged razors for $7.99. Don't buy them. That's too much money to pay for 15 double-edged razor blades. You could get 100 for about $8 if you buy the right brand online. Now, Food Line also sells a 5-pack of double-edged blades for like $1.19. They're American made. I don't know the company that makes them, but they'd be worth a try as well. So there are options locally, but if not, at the same time that you're ordering that razor, spend some money and buy a blade sampler. And it'll give you several different types of blades, and then you can use them one at a time until you find the one that you like, that your face likes. Because if you don't know already, wet shaving is pretty much a your mileage may vary kind of thing. What I like, what feels good to my face, what smells good to me, all that kind of stuff might not trip your trigger at all. You may not like it at all. So all of these are with the caveat that your mileage may vary, and what I'm proposing to you may not like, or you may. But now the products that I'm fixing to talk about are good products. They're, in my opinion, they're top-notch products, especially for the price. So okay, you got your razor, you've got your blades. And I'm not going to get into straight razor. There are plenty of sites on YouTube. Lynn Abrams, Geo Fatboy, Mantic 59. I don't know if he does straight razor stuff at all. Mostly all I've seen with him is double edge. But anyway, those two, Lynn Abrams and Geo Fatboy, they can kind of guide you with the straight razor. I'm going to focus more on the DE because it's easier to deal with. You don't have to strop it. You don't have to buy a strop. You don't have to deal with trying to keep it sharpened. The double-edged blades, they come razor sharp. All you do is pop the blade in the razor and learn the technique necessary. And I'm going to do a technique video later on for both the double edge and the straight razor. But you learn the proper technique. It's not like, you know, going wildly at your face like you would with a cart. You have to use proper technique with these. But you can take a double-edged razor and double-edged razor blades, pop the blade in there, lather up, and shave, and you're good to go. And the blade is sharp. You don't have to worry about sharpening it. When it goes dull, you just take it out, toss it, and put it in another, because the thing costs you like 10 or 20 cents, not dollars. You know, cheap, much cheaper than a cart razor, the heads for cart razors and stuff like that. So, okay, we covered the razor and the blades. Those you may have to get online. Everything else that I'm fixing to tell you about, you can find, if you live in the United States, you can pretty much find these, at least one or two of these locally. Okay, and the first thing you're going to need besides a razor is you're going to need a brush. You're going to need either some shaving soap or some shaving cream. And you don't have to have it, but I would recommend a bowl. I enjoy using a bowl to make lather in. Now this has a puck of soap in it that is the soap that I'm fixing to talk about. But you need a soap, you need a bowl, and you need a brush. Now there's a company called Vanderhagen. This is their soap. One of their soaps. They make several, but this is the best of the lot, I think. Okay. They make what they call a premium kit. And it's $9 at Food Line and about $12 at Rite Aid. And in it comes a puck of this soap. That's what the puck looks like. I've used it quite a bit, but there's the puck in there in the bowl. This bowl and a boar hair, yeah, that's right, pig brush, okay, for $9.90 something, $10. This bowl, this soap will last about a month. This bowl and this brush if you take care of them, unless you drop the bowl or wear out the brush, will last you a very long time. You can get great shaves with it. You won't have to buy anything else until one of these wears out or breaks. I've had this since March. It shed a couple of hairs when I first got it, and it hasn't shed any since. And I love this brush. It's not much to look at, but it whips up a mean lather, and after I broke it in, it feels pretty good on my face. You can spend a bunch of money on brushes. I mean, as much money as you'd spend on a razor, a couple $100 or more on a brush. This is all you really need. If you want to wet shave, this brush, this bowl, and a puck of this soap, which you can buy the soap separate at Food Line for like $2 or $2.50, $2 or $2.50. So when this puck wears out, the only thing you need to replace is the soap and the blades. Everything else, the razor, the brush, the bowl, it lasts for a long time. So for $2.50, for about $3 a month, if you count that, okay, you got 5 blades, and that if a blade lasts you 3 shaves, then that's 15 days with one of those packs. So you would need 2 of those. So they're $1 a piece. That's $2, and then $2.50 for. So for $4.50 a month, you can be shaving, wet shaving. And this is an excellent soap. This soap works well whether you use a double edge or a straight razor. It's really slick, which means your razor glides against your skin real easy. It lathers real easy and simple. It's not hard to do. For $2, $2.50, it's hard to beat this soap, period. But now there are a couple of other options. There are some creams out there locally. This is the first one I would mention. This is a Real Shave Company shaving cream. Now, the Real Shave Company, that sounds like kind of a quirky name and all that. But this is made by a company called Crichton's. Crichton's is an English company. They make higher-end English shaving creams and soaps like True Fit and Heal and stuff like that. This is every bit a British, an English shaving cream, and it's wonderful. It's got a wonderful, it gives a wonderful lather. It's just a wonderful soap or cream, and it's like $5 or $6 at Rite Aid. Sometimes you can catch them on sale for $4. A True Fit and Heal for this would be $20 or more for a 5-ounce tube. Now you can get the little 70.75 gram or whatever it is tubes of True Fit and Heal for $14. But that's the last time I looked. That's like 3/4 of a gram, and you got to order them online. And that to me doesn't scream budget. But $6 and this will last quite a long time, or $4 if you catch it on sale for a 5-ounce tube. That screams out budget to me, and it's an excellent cream. But there's another cream. Remember I talked about a cream called Proresso, especially the Proresso green. It's $10 a tube on the online shaving companies and stuff like that. Okay, on their sites. There's a place called Bath and Body Works. Now, it's mostly a ladies' store, but they have a men's section. And if you have problems going into a mostly ladies' store, then I would seriously suggest that you get over it, because this is a heck of a screaming deal for this soap. And this is C.O. Bigelow shaving cream. It comes in a box like this. You can see the price. It says $10, right? Okay. It's a big old 5.2 ounce, same deal as Proraso Green. And this is the exact same stuff. If you look, it says, I don't know if I can see it, show it, but made exclusively by Proraso for C.O. Bigelow and Company. This is Proraso Green. Now, remember I told you could get it for about $7. Bath & Body Works has a sale pretty regularly. Buy 2 C.O. Bigelow products and get 1 free. So that means for about $22 with tax and stuff, you can get 3 tubes of this. So that works out to about $7 and a little bit of change, just a 30-cent or so a tube. And you're not paying shipping or anything like that. This is an excellent cream. It is, like I said, the same thing as the Proraso Green, and you will find on the shave forums that Proraso Green is a very, very incredibly popular cream. Almost everybody's got some of it or some of this in their shave den because it's a wonderful cream. It's got menthol and eucalyptus. It smells wonderful. It feels wonderful to your face. But follow it up with something like Aqua Velva Ice Blue, which has some menthol in it. And it's just a nice, cool, comfortable, smooth shave. Helps to ease the irritation and stuff like that. So there's 2 creams and a soap. Very low price that are the quality on these for the price. I really don't think you can beat them. You can get the little $9, $10 Van der Hagen set with the soap, the brush, and the bowl. And you're set. Buy you some blades, get you a razor, and for less than $5 a month, you can wet shave. And it'll be a better shave than anything you ever got out of a canned foam and a cartridge razor. And if you really want to enjoy this hobby, but you want to do it on a budget, to me, this is the way to go. This is pretty much what I do now. I have some soaps and stuff that were piffed to me, that pay it forward. It's a thing on the shave forums, and they usually, some guy will say, well, I got this stuff in my den that I really don't like, or I just want to give back to the community and post your name, post I'm in, or whatever the conditions are, and I'll pick a winner at the end of a certain amount of time, and I'll mail them off to you. It won't even cost you postage. That happens on the shave forums a lot. There's a lot of really great guys on most of the shave forums. I would recommend Badger and Blade, the Shave Nook, and the Shave Den. Straight Razor Place is also a good one as well. And you got a lot of really cool people that really are enthusiastic about wet shaving, and they want to help you get started in it and help you enjoy it. They want to encourage you and all of that. Now, you can get caught up into in wanting this razor, 5,000 different kinds of razors and brushes and creams and soaps and on and on and on and on. But if you're looking to do a really tight budget, what I've just shown you, $4.50, $5, less than $5 a month, you can shave and get the best shaves of your life. Cheap. Hard to beat that. So if you're looking to get into wet shaving and you've got a very limited budget, I would suggest that you think about what I've talked about in this video, because you can do it. You can do a traditional wet shave every day of your life, and it doesn't have to cost you tons and tons of money. You can actually, over time, very quickly save a ton of money. $4.50 a month is a whole lot cheaper than spending $15 for 4 cart heads. You know, it's just better. And the soaps and creams, they're better for your face. They feel better. They smell better. It's just a better shave all around. So I would encourage you, if you think that you don't have the money to do this, you can, and you'll enjoy it. If you manage expectations, so that you don't get all ate up with I want this and I want that and I want the other, and just realize that these are really good, strong products, and they're wonderful, and you can have a whole lot of fun and get wonderful shaves. And you can also be a part of a wet shave community that has so many incredibly unique and generous and friendly people in it, that it will amaze you. And you know what? This is a man's hobby. Now, there are women's sections and stuff like that, but it's time us as men, we begin to enjoy something we've got to do every day anyway. So I would encourage you to look these products up and, test out wet shaving for yourself and see if you like it. I think that you will. And so God bless you, and I'll check you later.